Here's these oriental greens without a flower, and the bugs just eat them. So when I let them go to flower, we can actually get something off of it. But we have flowers, a couple weeds left in this garden, but we have peppers. These are really pretty flower. I think they're related to that bladder companion, which is a weed, but these are a garden variety, more like babies back there. They're really pretty. They probably look cool in food coloring too, we should try that. But we got there's weeds there, but they've been protecting and shading the basil. So when this garden does get some sun, these things have been protecting it, so we can cut them leaves back now and let the basil get some sun. And it'll be a chop and drop. There's my asparagus. So I don't really want to chop anything on that. So I'm just going to take it and put it around. There's another leaf here and it's sunny way, and you put it on this side. Okay? That is a big flower of some sort, so it's going to stay there next to the basil. But these are weeds. They can chop and drop around the basil too. Just make sure I don't cover that up. And I think that's the butterfly in question. Eating all of them, maybe? Maybe not. But, we have a new little flower that's going to open up here in the next couple of days. And this is a really, really good clover. It does get that nodes on the root to put more nitrogen back in the soil. So sometimes it will crowd out a plant and then I pull it back and chop and drop it. My pansies are doing amazing, setting me some seed. There's a little, I don't know what that is. We're going to put some chop and drop around there when I got that just emergency thing. And then I can just chop this and drop it. So that gets a little bit of nutrition and it'll grow. I got a lettuce in there I need to find. I love weeds, but there's a point that weeds are not being protective anymore. They're being invasive and squishing out your shit. There is a beautiful flower. I think they're related to thistle, maybe. Yeah. And I got a worm on me. More here. There you go. Why don't you get in there and eat the garden, not my hand? I have to fix up my garden buddy back here with all the weeds too. These ones are the ones you save for pepper. And they get really neat. Poor man's pepper, old man's pepper. And you can open up these seed pods or just cook with the seed pod. It's like a mustardy honey. But they will go almost clear. One and a half, you guys. Look at what's inside here. Those seeds. And they will go black when they dry. So it's pretty neat. But it doesn't need to be in the garden. Isn't the foliage on that, the leaves, that amazing? So pretty. So feathery. We need to take back our raspberry patch. I think I'm going to be putting some cardboard in here to hold back some of the weed. So we have rows instead of a bush. And it's really hard getting in here. And we have big grasshoppers. We have bittersweet nightshade growing in here, which is toxic. So we don't want to eat them berries. Just want to eat the raspberries. And I'm choking them all out. So I'm thinking we can take it back with cardboard maybe and bunny mulch. Isn't those gorgeous right there? I can't remember the name of them now, but I don't think my red grass is coming back very well, but oh well. Some things make it and some things don't for the next year. These are those huge Hubbard squash. Now, the one I got the seeds out of, it was a 40-pound squash. And I shared it with a friend. So she's excited I'm growing them this year because they can go up there and they can go back there and they can go back there and they can come right out here. They can do whatever they want and I'm going to let them. This is my son's garden. They can even go through that if they want. It's not going to bug the lettuce and kale and not that much. Some of his lettuce is going to seed. Isn't that beautiful? So we can get some lettuce seeds. The cabbagey stuff, bugs love it here. But they leave the red lettuces alone. So I think that's pretty cool. We've got bachelor buttons starting this year. A lot of chamomile. Those are our Honey Mary over here. And this is a neat little mushroom lamp. And there is an actual mushroom here. But that little lamp will light up in the middle of the night and kind of look like a mushroom. Little vase with a plate on top. So there's a little bachelor button. And my strawberries, and trying to get them going over here might work. They're new little slips. A beautiful bachelor button. I did try the Three Sisters garden a couple of different ways. This is the one we buried wood and that in. This is the popcorn, and this is the native corn. It's doing a lot better. There's beans, but my squash, I didn't put them with them. I put them behind. So there's some squash in that back here, so they can sprawl out wherever. The beans and the corn are actually protecting each other, and now the beans can actually in here climbing up in between the corn. They're not actually touching it, but the corn is providing stability on both sides for them to stay up. So it is working well. I do have some mallow starting in here, and there is one okra at the back. I put beets along my row and carrots. Carrots end up burning out. I maybe got a couple carrot in there. But the beets did okay. They're coming along. And I do have beans in here. I do have a climbing variety. I think they're either black bean or pinto bean. I can't remember which one. But they are growing up the corner. That is our new potato bed. We'll be done it probably in November. They'll be coming up. We'll be done. So they're just starting to sprout. One sprout right there. And there's a squash in there too for some reason. Oh well. There's our squash bed, and we have a potato in flower. And those were potatoes. We started from little teeny tiny potatoes and from seed potatoes. But I don't think the seed potatoes came up. So with not having a nice flower on it, I'm going to keep the fruit that comes off of there, and I'm going to try it in a bag this year, like we did our other potato bags. They're actually almost ready. Some of the squash back here might not do as well. That one looks like it's going to do something. So we're going to save the seed from them. There's another one coming into flower down here, and we will grow them in our potato bags. There's like garlic and mallow and that in here too. I got mallow all over. I mean, I'm going to make marshmallows. I swear. We'll see what we can do. I'm going to take you, where was I going to take you again? Yeah, there's sweet potatoes, not that, but they're growing really nice. But they're still off of a sweet potato. These would be my slips that I'd plant somewhere else to get a potato growing off of that. So I might put them in pots and keep up-potting them and putting them in the house. And you never know, I might get potatoes in the house too. Or we can eat the leaves. And those look really, really good. So I might eat some of them actually. We got dill in here. It's going to take it in potato bags. So, I wanted to show you the mallow, too. So, I don't think I'm in vivid color, but it's a cloudier day, so you might get more of the pink. Look at all that mallow. It's so pretty. But once they start getting like that, all full, they start getting unsightly, because all it is a bunch of seed and leaves. No more flowers, right? But you can cut them back. Like, all you have to do is pull it off, right? Then you got some pretty flowers. But they're easy to pull out by segment. Oh, right here is a good... Right down here, they kind of pull it over. So give them a good yank, and they come apart from the parent plant. And then that will regrow again for fall, and will start to flower again. If you have a longer season, it will really flower. If you have a shorter season, it will come back full strength in the spring to flower. And that's what we get, full strength spring flowers. But all of these are seeds you can eat. And I have been feeding them to the rabbits too. So we have a good haul there if we actually decide to pick. I don't know if you can make marshmallows out of the top. They do get mullage too, but I think you're supposed to use the root. I need to switch hands. This arm is really hurting today. Look at that radish split. We're going to save it for seeds, to let it grow seeds, but it's right out of the dirt already. Wow. That must be one of my other eggplant. That's what that looks like. There's some flowers, and I got some flowers hiding in here. Then I got a plant still. It's been really dry to plant, so I haven't been able to plant much. I'm trying to keep wet whenever I do plant, and the mallow have been a really nice nurse plant to keep all of these guys in the shade. I had that all full when I planted in here. There's a strawberry in that too, and there's more mallow. Their flowers are open for me today. Look at that. Isn't that pretty mallow? It's white with little pink lines, and they're really tiny, these ones. The little wheels of cheese are tinier. It works like a ground cover. Well, it's getting high there because it's climbing, but usually it will only stay under a foot, so you don't have to cut it. I had this sweet potato out front with a lid on it, and it's growing okay, but that one there is ahead of the game, and it's growing like crazy, so I thought I'd put this one over here. There's some more corn in this one, and more squash, more beans. The beans and this corn got frosted a minute in here. I planted more tarragon because it comes back. Look at that tarragon over here. Sorry, I keep going back and forth. I'm so excited about gardens, people. But that tarragon came back over the winter. So I got some more when I seen it because I love licorice. I can use some right now, actually. Tastes yummy. There's a squash, and I like to make sure that don't climb up my corn. And it will knock your corn over if you let the squash climb up it. There's more little snapdragons. They're so pretty. I grew them from seed, so it's really cute to see them come up. And then I got, that's not weed, and it does look like a sweet potato, but it don't get no potato on the bottom. There's its root system. I don't see no sweet potato. There could be something in the ground, but I doubt it. Maybe by fall, but it's just something that chokes everything out. Okay, I'm going to swing it over here. I put some squash back there. We got wild garlic. I let them go to seed because we need to spread these. So I spread them by seed and by division, and I might keep a little bit for myself to eat. We're actually trying to rebuild the population. So for this year, I have my farmer's garlic, market garlic back there. I have my carrots and my beets. They are starting to get mangy. I think I took some pictures of the ones that we ate for supper. Just a little stir fry to weed while to thin them out. So they're about the size of a radish right now. So I don't want to pick too many. I want them to get a little bit bigger. But we have kept some for seed. And then I got a volunteer tomato. I got the tomatoes from back here, and they're starting to really fit into their new home. So they're really, really happy. And I get a piece of this tarragon. It's so yummy. Get this for the rabbits or for me. And your potato. My Shed Wars potato bags. I decided to grow potatoes with the rest of you. And we're actually getting potatoes in there. Felt around and they're maybe not big. So that's already cool. I'm going to let them dry back. The beans in the bag are not doing very well. But we're getting peas. So you can do peas in there with potatoes. No problem. And there are more peas there. They're coming out the bag. Make sure they're the ones that grow really, really long. We have peas in here and beans. And then the lettuce that kind of got shaded out, we kept poking it in the ground down here, and it's growing. It's doing really, really wonderful. But the bags have been shading it from the afternoon sun, and then you get extra water, right? I water the bag, I water them. So we have another flower over here. But there's the other corn. That's a sweet corn. And a peaches and cream corn. And then we have, this is a white corn. So. Ron. This is a peek for you. It's going to get much bigger, but this is my, what was that again? Artichoke. Okay. I have to do that